Hello, my friends. Hope you are all doing well. Happy Tuesday. I am just giving it another second to see if I pop up on the other side of my screen so I can see all the amazing comments, and it looks like I do. Happy Tuesday, my friends. Today is Tuesday, November 26th. How is this even possible? November completely flew by. And we're at the end of the month. I cannot believe that. So crazy. Well, welcome back to another episode of Teach It Tuesday with Tammy and Jenny. For those of you that are new to my page, welcome. My name is Tammy Savello, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator out of the San Francisco Bay Area. And welcome to Cards by TLC. This week, Jenny and I are honoring Thanksgiving here in the U.S. We are bringing you Thankful Tuesday, and we are creating projects that are thankful, grateful, thanking everybody, showcasing these amazing fall colors. We are creating a color combo that is not a traditional color combo, in my opinion. It has great fall colors, but we have Mossy Meadow, Cajun Craze, and Moody Mauve. I kind of struggled a little bit, not gonna be real here, but I think it's because it's the Moody Mauve. In my opinion, I work better with the Moody Mauve cardstock than I do the inks. I'm actually going to be showing you the project, and I hope that you like it. I really love this paper. Let me show you where this paper comes from. This paper comes from the Thoughtful Journey Suite Collection that can be found on page 47 in your annual catalog. But I love this paper. This paper is the star of the show. You really do not need to worry about sentiment or worry about, let's rewind, start over. You really do not need to worry about really anything but a sentiment in this paper. So that's kind of what I did with this today. I did bump it up with a little bit of the 3D embossing folder. And this is the Changing Leaves. It's part of the Changing Leaves hybrid 3D embossing folder. Now, with a hybrid, it cuts and embosses at the same time. However, I'm only going to honestly just be focusing on how amazing the detail of this embossing folder is. So let's go ahead and get started on all of our stuff. This is our project today. And again, we are doing Thoughtful Wishes. I'm using the sentiment, thanks, I appreciate you. And then that is it out of the stamp set. The die that I'm using is just this little twig die right here. Now, when you use these dies, I really highly recommend, especially these intricate dies, I really highly recommend using self-adhesive sheets. If you're not familiar with our self-adhesive sheets, they come in a package of 12, and they're cut 6 by 12, and they're broken down to 2-inch strips. So you got plenty bang for your buck. But I highly recommend using these on the more intricate dies. Now, I'm not seeing comments. I'm just making sure we are good to go. So, also, the label comes from Unbounded Love. Jenny and Patty, if you're in the chat, can you comment really quick, one of you? Just so I can make sure I'm seeing comments. I'm not seeing comments, so I'm hoping that there's no questions coming by. But the label that I'm using is from Unbounded Love, and I absolutely love these labels. It gives us some really different detailed labels. So that is where the label came from today. For whatever reason, my comments are not coming through, so I apologize if you guys are asking questions or commenting. I really don't know why I can't see comments today. So let's go ahead and get started. We have a top folding card base in Cajun Craze. Now, all of the sizes and dimensions will be on my blog tomorrow, the 27th, at cardsbytlc.com. So be sure you come back to that, and I will have all the sizes and dimensions on there. Okay, so we have our top folding card base that is cut at 4 1/4 by 11, and it's scored at 5 1/2. I have a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of Moody Mauve. This is where the Moody Mauve comes into play, and we're going to emboss with the 3D embossing folder. And then for the inside panel piece, I have a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of Very Vanilla. And then our Cajun Craze panel piece. This piece is cut at 2 by 4 3/4. And then we are going to be playing with this piece of designer paper. I absolutely love this scene. Excuse me. Especially the left side of it, it really focuses on the color combo that we are using today. So I'm going to be cutting this down to 1 3/4 by 4 1/2. So we'll go over that. And as I mentioned, our self-adhesive sheets, I took two 2-inch strip panel pieces and put it on a piece of Mossy Meadow that we're going to be cutting out that twig piece. And then our label is in Very Vanilla. So let's go ahead and start off. I think what we're going to do is do our embossing and our die cutting. So like I said, we have our 3D embossing folder. And when you emboss on the Stampin' Up cut and emboss machine, when you use a 3D embossing folder, it tells us what layers to use. So on the 3D embossing, you only use your bottom main plates. And then what we do is, where is my Moody Mauve? Did I hide you? Hold please. There it is. Okay, there is our Moody Mauve, and then I'm going to just put that right in there. And we put our number 4 plate. That is all you do for your sandwich to run through your die cutting machine. So I'm going to turn here really quick and run that through. I have my room set up, or my die cutting set up now on my cart, so it's easier for me to do this on camera with you now. And look how amazing that is. This is our deboss side, and this is our embossed side. So I am going to use the embossed side, so that gives it more detail and dimension. So there is that panel. And then we are going to grab our dies here really quick. And we're going to use this twig die, and I'm just going to run that through my die cutting machine really quick here. Let me get my plates here. With our die cutting, if you're not familiar, we use plate 1, plate 2, one of our plastic panels, and then put that, and we sandwich between the 2, 3 plates. Facebook is Facebooking today, my friends, because I seriously cannot see one single comment. So if you are leaving a comment, my apologies. I will have to go through and watch the replay and get those comments from there. So there is our twig, and it comes off just like a sticker. It peels right off. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Let me go ahead and put that panel piece on. And then I like to use liquid glue for my embossed pieces just because it's already broken down those fibers. And I don't want it to rip the paper. So there is our panel piece right there. And then I am going to cut our designer piece. And like I said, I'm going to focus on the left-hand side of our paper here. And we are cutting this again at 1 3/4 by 4 1/2. And then I'm also going to take this piece, and I think I'm going to take some of this bottom portion right here, and I'm going to cut a little tiny strip, and we're going to do to decorate the inside. It still leaves me a good panel piece. I want to put that on the inside of the card. So I did a 1/2 inch, and we're going to do that by 4. Just trim off that little piece right there that we don't need. And then I'm just going to glue this to the inside panel piece. Oh, maybe that side. I think this one stands out. Yeah, that side stands out more. Ever do that? You flip the designer paper over and you're like, oh, maybe we'll use that side. But this kind of goes with everything. So we're going to just focus on that and leave the inside blank. And then I'm just going to come in with some seal. There we go. This is really throwing my game off a little bit, not being able to see the comments and talking to you guys. And then we are going to adhere this panel to our Cajun Craze. I absolutely love this layout. This layout has literally become one of my all-time favorite layouts. I use it all the time. So if you've seen videos with this, you're probably going, you've done that layout before. And yes, I have. Okay, and then we're just gonna add this panel piece. And again, if you are just coming in, I apologize, my friends. I cannot see comments, so I will come in and hopefully they'll appear on the replay. I don't know if Facebook is Facebooking today, but I cannot see your comments. So I'm sorry if you're here. Hello, welcome. And then we're going to use that release tape and just pull that right off. But I'm going to be careful that I don't rip this because I almost just ripped that right in half. There we go. And it comes off just like a sticker, just like so. There we go. And I'm just going to lay that just like that to do a little sticker there. And then I'm going to come in with my Mossy Meadow and stamp my sentiment, thanks, and I appreciate you. Thanks. And appreciate you. Perfect. And then we are going to finish this off with the faux glass dots. I absolutely love these embellishments because it's the perfect fall, but we need to pop you up with a foam adhesive sheet or some Stampin' Dimensionals, or you can lay it flat, whichever you would like to do. If you try this layout, please tag me in it at cardsbytlc, because this layout honestly goes with a lot of different stamp sets. You could really do whatever one you would like. Gotta make sure that that stays down. And then I'm going to finish off with some Cajun. Oh, maybe I did Cajun on that one. Yeah, let's go ahead and stick with Cajun. You could tell which ones I've played with. Maybe I think what we'll do, actually, let's do it the green this time. Just to give you something different. There we go. There's the green. And there we have it, my friends. That is it for my project today, our fall color combo of Mossy Meadow, Cajun Craze, and Moody Mauve. Let me pull these. I hope that you enjoyed this color combo. Be sure to join Jenny at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. She is at Stampin' with Jen. That's 2 N's in Stampin' and 2 N's in Jen. Today at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on her Facebook page. But I want to thank you again for joining me for another episode of Teach It Tuesday with Tammy and Jenny. And I hope to see you all next week for another fun project. Now, as a reminder, I will not be going live, doing a crafting live on my YouTube this Saturday, if you typically join me on Saturdays as well. I'm hoping to go live. It should have a good signal, but I'm doing another craft fair, so I would love for you to come and see how my table is set up. But in the meantime, I hope that you all have a wonderful day. And if you are here in the United States, I hope that you have a happy Thanksgiving. And I will see you all next time for more creative fun. Bye, everyone.